Welcome to episode 45, you guys, of The Big Messy Bun. I was chatting with a friend today and she said she was catching up on podcasts and she was like, I can't believe you're in the 40s. Like in the 40s. You guys, we've been hanging out here for 45 episodes. And today's episode is going to be about technology and how this right here brings us together weekly. But for today, I've got to share with you a story of how social media and technology helped find my missing dog. So I was out of town last weekend when I received a call. Well, I didn't get the call. My boyfriend got the call. And my daughter called him and said, "Hey, Lance, I need some advice. My mom's dog's missing and we need to figure out what to do next." And I was sitting right there when she called. And my heart stopped for a moment, and he handled the call so well and kind of like got the ball rolling. And right away, we agreed, I got to make a quick social media post. You guys, so Charlie was missing for a few hours when we got the call. And by the time I posted on Facebook that she was missing, to the time we found out she was picked up by somebody, 31 minutes. 31 minutes between that. So in those 31 minutes, the person who found Charlie had posted in a lost dog group. And then I posted on my personal Facebook. It got shared 44 times in minutes, like just in minutes, you guys were amazing. And we were able to get her back so fast. And so this is two parts, this podcast, one about technology and like the goodness that it can bring us. And then I'm going to talk about gratitude. So first off, I'm going to talk about gratitude because I need to thank these people who saved Charlie, who found her. And they were so kind, you guys. So a woman found her and she had two cats at home. So she couldn't bring Charlie back to her place. So she called her daughter. And her daughter then went and helped her figure out next steps, like what to do with this little dog they found. Then the daughter realizes Charlie needs to go for a pee, and they've been sitting in a car with her. She went to the pet store and bought her a collar, like a harness to put on, to take her for a leak, to let her go pee. So much kindness here, like so much. And then they took her for a walk and they let her relieve herself. And in the meantime, posted on their social media, they found this little dog. You know, does anyone recognize this dog? And it was just literally minutes and we got her back. And so I want to say thank you. I don't even have their names. I'm going to find them through my phone call tracing. I'm going to give them a proper thank you for doing that. But I just want to share with you guys, there's good people out there. There are people that are kind, that are doing these wonderful things. So I wanted to share that because sometimes we're looking and hearing all the shitty stuff going on in the world. And this is a moment where these people went above and beyond for Charlie, and we were able to get her safe and sound back to her babysitter. So much goodness there. Now, we're going to talk about technology. So when this all went down, I was right away going, I'm so grateful for social media. Like, so grateful. And I've been operating a business on social media for about 10 years and heavy duty in the last 5 years. And then this podcast, I started 45 episodes ago. So about, 45, weeks ago, this podcast started. And all of these things, technology, are all available because of this stuff. And so I wanted to talk about the goodness of technology today and how we use it for a force of good in our lives. And if we can look at it that way, instead of feeling like all this technology is a shitty thing, it's really not. It's really so great. And so I wanted to share that with you. And so I'm going to share with you just a couple of the instances in my own life that I am so grateful for the internet. I'm grateful for technology. So when we were in Saskatoon, I was able to hook up with one of the ladies that comes to our class, Vivian, and her husband, Marty, cleaned their garage so that we could have a fitness class in their garage. Now, Vivian's been coming to class for about a year and a half. I've never met her before, never met her husband. They open up their home to this crazy chick. They cleaned the garage. The dude cleaned the garage like hands and knees. You guys, you could have ate off his garage floor. It was so clean. And the guy's a dude. Like he's got shit. He's got like antlers on the wall and he's got Harley Davidson plaques and all this stuff. He's got stuff everywhere. Tires and their kids' motorcycle was in. Like it was just a full on garage. They cleaned it so that we could have class there. So that was great. Then I hooked up, got their internet code, hooked up my laptop. I was able to connect with our community, our wellness community. We did class while I was on the road. You guys, these are the beautiful things. I love being able to take my devices and travel and go do these things because of technology. Now, let's talk about travel. So when I'm in the car driving, we had about a 7-hour drive. And I pee a lot. I do. I pee so much. So I would often go on the side of the road, but sometimes Lance would be like, oh, let me see how close the next stop is for a gas station. So technology, again, GPS, boom. He would just type in gas stations, whatever. And then I was able to see so that I could make my decision. Do I want to use a toilet and wash my hands after or go on the side of the road and use sanitizer? Like, right? So technology is, again, such a beauty thing. Another thing, today I was at work and I was chatting with one of the ladies at work and we were talking about podcasts and finding Charlie and all these things. And we were talking about the beauty of technology. Well, she's a diabetic and she wears a glucose monitor on her body at all times. And she's like, oh my God, I love mine. I can just pull up, and she pulls up her phone. She shows me where her sugars are at. She can do this, you guys. She can download all 3 months, like 90 days of data in a download in her app so that she doesn't have to go do blood work at the doctor all the time. Her monitors that, downloads a report that she can then send to her doctor. You guys, this is such a great stuff. Then she said to me, and another thing about technology, she goes, your podcast. She says, I love listening to your podcast. And this is what she does with the podcast. And I think this is a great tip. If there's a chore that's like 15 to 20 minutes that you're putting off, she says what she does is she will save whatever the chore is until podcast day. And then she sets a timer for about 20 minutes and she goes, does her chore, something that she doesn't want to do, but the podcast gives her like the little oomph to get the thing done. So whatever that might look like, you guys, it's just really cool how different people use the podcast for different forms of motivation and inspiration. So that was really great. Another area of technology that for me, I really enjoy using is if I do take an Uber, I'm able to share my location with a loved one so that they can make sure I'm safe, that I'm getting to my destination safe, or vice versa. Someone's out traveling, they can share their location with me to make sure. And like, what would happen if it was going off the road? Well, at least they know where I'm going, right? Like there's little areas. Now, another thing I love, you guys know this, FaceTime. I freaking love it. I love being able to connect with my daughter and granddaughters, my kids, my friends, and FaceTime. Technology, again, I love it when I'm at work and I can connect some of the loved ones there with their loved ones. They all have devices in their homes, everything else, and I help figure it out for them so then they can connect. It's so great. It's just all these things. Technology there's some really good things out there. And when this all happened with Charlie this weekend, I was like, this is definitely going to be the episode. It is the episode of gratitude, and it's also the episode of using technology for a force of good. So good. Okay. So I wanted to share though about gratitude. That was my, so I plan out a little bit of my episodes, you guys, and I had in my journal that I wanted to share more on gratitude. So just the other day, I was chatting with a client and she was struggling a little bit with, her consistency and motivation and just feeling good. And I said, you know what? When I get in a slump like that, when I don't feel my best, something I do is I will lean into a gratitude practice. I keep a general practice all the time, but when I'm going through something extra challenging, I double down. I do a little extra in the gratitude department. And when I do this, you then go about your day and start looking for things that are going well versus feeling like you're not looking for anything. So when you start looking for the good, you find the good. When you start creating it for yourself, it starts to snowball into something that just grows and grows and grows. Something I said the other night at fitness class is I shared with them that when we look at the way we're treating our bodies, okay, rather than feeling like it's torture and this is so hard, like why, I am sharing with them that look at it as something you've got to be grateful that that body moves, that your body can do this thing, and keep challenging it in a way so that it can do these things. And when you flip it from punishment to like joy that you get to move your body this way, it takes on a whole nother level of excitement. And all of a sudden you're going to look at those challenges in the gym or in your workout and you're going to be like, okay. And then they apply to everyday life. And I said, when you start operating on that level, you feel like a superhero. Like you really go at things and you're almost grateful they're happening because you know there's something good going to come at the end of that. I know I'm kind of rambling now, but I'm going to just tell you there's something about a deep-seated connection with when your body's moving through a challenging process and then we relate it to life, it just gets magical. So, all right, I need to keep this one short tonight because I have a date with my daughter on the phone. And so I am going to be wrapping up here. This is episode 45, you guys. Episode 45. I want to share one more nugget before I go, and that is the reminder that if you're tuning into this episode week after week, and maybe you've been sitting on something that you've wanted to do in your life, let this serve as a reminder to just go do the thing. And please know you don't have to know how it's done yet. You don't have to have it all figured out. It is figure outable. Whatever that thing is you want to do. Maybe you want to do a home renovation. Maybe you want to finally clean out your closet because you're sick of looking at stuff. Maybe you want to start a podcast. Maybe you want to join the fitness class. Maybe you want to play the guitar. What are you sitting on? Because listen, life is going on by you. Just like the other day in Shawshank Redemption, you've got to get busy living or you're just busy dying. So with that, we are finishing off our 90-day challenge right through till the end of the year. So I don't know, we're on a day 65, like I think, not day 65, we're on day 25 or something like that. I'm saying there's 65 days left in the year, roughly. So if you're joining the challenge now, we started a 90-day challenge on October 1st, and I want to know how it's going. So don't lose sight of it. Maybe you started that first week and you were gung-ho, you were going to do the thing, and now we're like into week 3, week 4, and you're like, fuck, I haven't done that thing lately. Pick up where you left off. Just pick up and get busy living. You've got to do these things for yourself, you guys. It's so electric when you start doing these things for yourself day in and day out. It's honoring your body with the gift, whatever that looks like for you, and keep crushing it because you're worth it. All right, you guys, this is a wrap. Oh, and our podcast just hit 5,000 downloads, which is super, super exciting. So 5,000 downloads. I really still don't understand exactly what that means, but I do see growth. I do see things changing, and I'm really excited to share that with you guys because you guys are the reason it happened. So thank you for that, and I will see you. If you're not following the show, hit the follow button, share this with a friend, and we'll see you next week on The Big Messy Bun.